Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio. Sponsored by Family Forest Carbon Program, where we help family forest owners get paid to improve the health of their woods. I am Allison Kinney. In agricultural headlines today, USDA delayed the release of its quarterly outlook for the U.S. Agriculture Trade Report last Friday and removed the accompanying analysis because of internal concerns by the department's political appointees over an increase in the trade deficit. The trade report was supposed to be released on Friday afternoon at 3 p.m., but it was not published on the Economic Research Service website until Monday, though it was dated May 29th. The outlook of the U.S. Agriculture Trade Report projected fiscal year 2025 exports at $170.5 billion, the same as February, and down from 2024 by $3.9 billion. The report also forecasts imports at $229 billion, up $500 million from February, and $13.8 billion higher than 2024. The May report was 11 pages long with no accompanying written analysis. In comparison, the Trade Outlook report in February was 24 pages long, with detailed analysis looking at world economics and data from both major export countries and importing countries. Politico, citing anonymous sources, said the numbers on the report were unchanged, but the accompanying analysis was redacted. USDA over time has taken pride in considering itself as a gold standard for agriculture statistics through its departments of volumes of data from ERS, the National Agriculture Statistics Service, NASS, and the World Agriculture Outlook Board and other USDA agencies. Market analysis rely heavily on such USDA reports. In its proposed budget for 2026, USDA proposes cutting the budget for the Economic Research Service from $97 million to $87 million. And reduce staffing from 320 people down to 244. It's unclear how many ERS staff may have taken a USDA buyout plan. In 2019, the first Trump administration moved most ERS staff from Washington, D.C. to Kansas City, Missouri. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins has been vocal about the agricultural trade deficit, blaming the Biden administration for not doing enough to promote agricultural trade. Shifting trade numbers in agriculture has been a focus of the new administration, as President Donald Trump touted potentially higher exports of products such as beef to the United Kingdom and pressed countries such as China and India to buy more agricultural products.
A healthy body needs good food. This summer, the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce is sponsoring Sun Meals, a summer food program where kids eat free. Children under 18 receive healthy meals and no sign-up is required. Locations may be right in your neighborhood. Call 1-866-348-6479 or visit education.ohio.gov/kidseat for meal locations and times. That's education.ohio.gov/kidseat.
Let's check with your weekly update from the Ohio Soybean Council and your checkoff dollars at work.
I'm joined today by Dr. Horacio Lopez-Nicora, OSU Extension soybean pathologist and nematologist. Horacio, as we go out and check our soybean fields, maybe do some scouting of those early seedling emergence issues. Why is it important if we have concerns that we send samples into the lab?
Why it's important that we recognize what type of pathogen may be causing these seedling diseases is because our active ingredients that we normally select and use in seed treatments will have to target these particular pathogens, right? Let's say we actually treated our seeds, yet we have seedling diseases in the field. What's going on? Well, maybe the active ingredient was not meant to manage and control the water mold. It was a great fungicide for true fungus like Fusarium and Rhizoc, but does nothing to the water mold. So very important information there when we actually know what type of organisms we have in our field. Having said that, Dusty, seed treatments are not the silver bullet. Specifically in situations where we have seed maybe sitting in the ground in cold conditions that does not germinate and emerge very quickly. So we're sitting there, the plant is taking time or is very slowly at emerging and developing a lot of wet and sitting water that may be washing some of these products. So many things can happen that even though we treated our seed with a seed treatment, we don't see the result we're expecting.
Again, my guest today, Dr. Horacio Lopez-Nicora, OSU Extension soybean pathologist and nematologist. And today's update brought to you by the Ohio Soybean Council and your soybean checkoff.
Let's take a look at your markets. This market report is brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. July corn up 3/4 at 439 1/2. December corn up 4 1/2 at 448 1/4. July soybeans up 6 3/4 at 1051 3/4. November soybeans up 8 1/4 at 1033 1/4. July wheat up 2 1/4 at 545 1/2. September wheat up 2 1/2 at 559 3/4. June live cattle up 450 at 222.90. August live cattle up 447 at 216.82. June lean hogs up 87 cents at 185, and July lean hogs up 22 cents at 104.80. This is the Ohio AgNet.